Hello, everyone. It's Steve from the Microefutures Equities ETC Trading Room, and I'm going to do this ad hoc video. I'm going to try and keep it short, although I do have a bunch of topics I like to discuss. But the point of this video is I've been getting a lot of messages, direct messages in the room from members who are getting frustrated with themselves, losing confidence in their abilities, or even thinking that maybe trading is not for them. And these direct messages are coinciding with some of the members that have been leaving our room for various reasons, mostly being because they're blowing up their accounts and they're quitting trading. So I wanted to do this video because I do not want anyone to quit, whether they be a new trader or an existing trader, unless they are not only leaving the room, but leaving trading. And I'm speaking more about quitting, meaning quitting trading. I realize people are going to come and go from the room for various reasons, but that they're not quitting trading, or they're quitting trading for the right reasons. One of the things I was thinking about, and I've been attending a leadership class at my local church, which is probably more business oriented than spiritual oriented. So it applies a lot to not only business, life, but also to trading. So the topic that we were discussing, and I'm going to throw this out to you, is some companies, some businesses, some individuals in trading have the it factor. You know that whatever this company does or this person, they have it, right? We all know that person that has it for whatever reason, okay? But when you ask all of us to describe what it is, we'll be hard pressed to come up with an answer. So what does make one trader successful over another trader when both those traders are doing the same exact thing, studied from the same exact mentors? For whatever reason, they may have the same exact A+ setups in their playbook. They might have studied from the best trading coaches. They both have the same positives in their trading and the same negatives in their trading. But one of those traders may have it and go on to be highly successful in their trading, while the other individual, who pretty much mirrors the person with it, does not. You know, so I was thinking real long, hard on this. I had an opportunity to study it, read it up on people, and just observe a little bit. And I came up with some bullet points that I've come up with, also what I've learned, and that I wanted to share with everyone because I think it's really going to help you. The first thing I want before we start is for everyone to realize we are in a bear market. All right. I've been trading now 11 years. Throughout the first 2 years, which I was unsuccessful and I lost a lot of money, as I've shared before. All right. But those next 8 years, I don't want to say was easy because trading is never easy, but the next 8 years were a bull market. And if you know the basics of trading and you know how to trade quality companies, not in low float junks, they pretty much just went up. It was not that difficult to find trend trades, whether you're swing trading or day trading in a bull market, to make yourself look like a genius. And a lot of traders thought they were geniuses during that time frame, that run up. And then when you get hit with a bear market, well, all of a sudden, you're hearing about the US dollar, you're hearing about treasuries, you're hearing about options gamma, you're hearing about algorithms now that are controlling the market. You know, you're seeing so many other dynamics in play that are truly indeed moving the markets, and they're moving the market sometimes several times in one day, meaning what worked for us in the past is no longer working for us in the future. So when I hear people, whether they be new, coming to me and saying they don't think trading's for them because they're having a hard time, and I ask them, give me an example, and they'll give me a day where maybe the SPY or the market or ES went totally sideways, choppy the entire day, And my response to them was, you really shouldn't be successful in this market. I do understand certain individuals know how to scalp ranges. I get that. I understand all that. But in general, and that's what I'm talking about in general, it was a very challenging day to trade the market, especially if you were a trend trader. So the first question is, maybe you don't really suck that much, right? Maybe you'll be a hell of a trader if the market wasn't so choppy right now. Maybe you'd be a hell of a trader instead of trying to use A+ setups that worked 2 years ago that no longer work in this setup, this market, that you just stop trying to use those type of setups in this marketplace. And then you just stick to A+ setups that work in the current marketplace. Those are just examples, all right? What I'm really getting at is the folks that are leaving, blowing up. First of all, if you blow up and you never come back to trading, that just tells me right off the bat that you really didn't have the passion, or you didn't have what it takes to become a trader long-term. Because if you really love trading, you would go out, get a part-time job, side hustle, and you've heard me say this before, and do whatever it takes to build up your trading account so you can get back in the game. Okay, because that's what someone with passion does. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But you don't suck is what I'm trying to say. And the second part, and we've posted in the room, is for the rest of us that are trying to help individuals and be sympathetic to people and to pat them on the back. We're not doing them any good. If someone posts in the room, okay, that they blew up a trade or they had a horrible trading day, that's okay, as long as they are then posting the solution to the potential problem they experienced during the day. And then we can give feedback on that solution. But if someone's just posting that they blew up, that does no one any good. So I'm not discouraging people to blow up. I just want people to explain what happened and what they're going to do to fix it. And then the room can give feedback. But don't say, data boy, everyone goes through it, hang in there. I mean, you mean well, but you're just making them feel better. And maybe they need to feel the pain so it doesn't happen again. And always remember, solutions, solutions, solutions. So I didn't want to get off track, and I'm starting to get off track. So let's talk about the it factor. Okay, just remember, guys, that problems are opportunities in disguise. So if you're having a problem right now in trading, if you're having a problem in your job at work, if you're having a problem in your business that you may own, or if you're having a problem in the personal side of your life, just remember that problems are opportunities in disguise. And that is a growth mindset over a fixed mindset. All right. So understand that this it we talk about, what makes one person successful or one company successful and not another. So you can't purchase it, or you can't copy it, nor will everyone get it. Okay. It cannot be learned, but it can be caught. So let me repeat that. You can't purchase it, right? You can't purchase. You join our trading room, you want to learn market profile. If you think you're just going to purchase and spend $39 a month, learn from JJ, Ray, myself, or other folks in the room, and you think that's going to give you it, so you're going to become a successful trader, like you can just check off the boxes of what you learned, it's not going to be the case. And not everyone will get it. We can have two members in the room do the same exact thing as I mentioned. One will get it and one won't. And we'll go through some of the characteristics of those that do get it. Okay. It cannot be learned, but it can be caught. What does that mean? It cannot be learned. So I can't teach you. Others, members in the room can't teach you, but it can be caught. What you can catch is by surrounding yourself with the type of traders you want to become like. The type of individuals that have the mindset, the attitude that you want, right? You don't want to surround yourself with a bunch of people that are always negative, whether they be in a room or in life, always complaining, okay? Always see what's wrong versus the opportunities that can exist. You want to surround yourself with like-minded people. And remember the 30, 30, 30 rule. It's really 33, 33, 33 rule. Surround yourself with 33% of people that know more than you, 33% of people that you can learn from, okay? You can call them mentors, you can call them whatever they want. Then surround yourself with 33% that are your peers, that are going through the same exact thing you are going through, but with a positive attitude. These are peers that you want to associate with because they're going through the same struggles, same victories that you are going through. And then 33% of folks that you can mentor to, that you can help. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily mean you can mentor them in trading when you still haven't learned it yet, but just in general. Okay. You can be there for them. Everyone can say, hey, listen, I hear that you had a bad trade today because you posted it, but what's your solution to correcting it? So no matter how long you've been trading for, you can challenge people to be better. So that's the 33 rule. Okay. And then the other thing is, you'll see that folks that are successful, especially in trading, they have a vision, but they have a vision with a definition. Most people's vision is, I don't want to work for anyone else. I just want the freedom that trading gives me. I want to make $1 million. I want to get the Lambo. Okay. That's more of ideas, what you want. And visions are not ideas. Okay. You want a vision with a definition, a vision with a greater cause, a vision that has passion. Okay. And that it's often is what can separates two individuals. If you're just trading for the money or that materialistic thing you want to buy, or the fact that you don't want to work for a boss, and those are your sole reasons versus the challenges, the learning, okay, the pain, okay, that comes along with the journey on becoming a trader, because we never arrive. All right. And I think the folks that have been successful the past 8 years now, all of a sudden hit with a bear market, realize that if they don't change and adapt, they will die. Okay. So we never arrive in changing because the market's always changing. So you need to have that vision, that passion, and not just ideas. And that's something you need to ask yourself if you're struggling right now. If you keep blowing up the account, if you keep making the same mistakes over and over again, maybe it isn't mental. Maybe you just don't have the passion for trading to really understand and do what is necessary, that is required, which often can be difficult and against your nature, to what a successful trader may be. And if you don't have that type of vision with that type of definition, it will bring you to areas where you're more comfortable in. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, they're very uncomfortable because they can control losing. A lot of times we can't control winning, right? We do everything we need to do in the trade, and then we have to leave it up to the so-called trading gods. But we can sabotage ourselves with bad trades. And some people consciously will never say that to them, but subconsciously they're more comfortable in doing something that's very normal to them. And that is blowing up accounts for whatever reason may be. You know, so a lot of those folks, if you really dig down and ask them what is their vision and definition for trading, will probably give you all the wrong answers that we discussed before. Okay, just because you trade on your E-Trade account or your Robinhood account doesn't make you a trader. A trader, if you have a business card that says you're a trader, you're not a trader, right? It does not make you a trader. I see that all the time. What do? I'm a trader. How long have you been trading for? 3 months. That's like saying you're a doctor after you've been in medical school for 3 months, right? Or you're an intern, you're a medical student, let's say, and you're taking advice on a surgery from someone else that's been a medical student for maybe 6 months. Why are you trying to learn how to do an operation from anyone that hasn't been successful over a long period of time? So be very careful of who you listen to in the rooms for advice. Okay. Again, it goes back to when we mentioned you want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals or traders that you want to become. And I like to think if that's the case, they're going to be people that are successful at trading this market right now. So let's move on. Okay. We talked about the folks that may have it. Let's talk a little bit about folks, which are the majorities, that don't have it, whatever it may be. Okay. Those folks that tend to fail, they will protect, okay, what is versus what can be. They will protect what is. So they might be doing well. So they want to protect that versus what might be, what greatness can happen. And that being comfortable protecting what is never going to take them to the next level. And usually when a storm hits, a bad drawdown hit, the folks, and we're seeing it now with some traders in the room leaving, okay, they will protect what is. Those folks, when the storm hits, are the first ones to leave versus those who understand what can be and are striving for what can be. Those are the ones that are going to stick around. Okay. So remember that and ask yourself that. Am I learning? Do I want to be that person that can be the best trader that God made me to become? Or do I just want to protect the little success that I might be having right now? All right. You're going to see in the trading room, I see it all the time when people give advice. Most ideas seem like good ideas and they mean well. This leads to overprogramming and burnout. I see it because I speak to individuals in my direct message. I'm in the rooms and it's just too much noise. What do you mean it's too much noise? I'm getting conflicting advice. I'm getting advice all over the room. And it's just not our trading room, right? They might say the same thing. I'm in 3 other trading rooms and I'm getting all these conflicted bits of piece of information and it's screwing up my trading. Well, no one else but you is screwing up your trading. So number one, we can't blame other people for our trading. The point is, when I asked them, well, okay, which traders, and it could be several traders, do you want to become like? Which traders are successful right now, are making money right now? And I define making money as paying taxes, capital gains taxes. I don't define being successful because you had a good run for 1 month, okay? Although having a good run for 1 month, congratulations, you're on your way, and that is progress. I don't want to downplay that, but I'm talking about the type of trader you want to become is someone that's going to, your problem is going to be your taxes. So come January, you're more worried about taxes than what the market's doing. Okay, that's a good type of problem you want. So you want to have traders that are successful, all right, that you're looking up to. So when I ask folks that, and they say, well, I really don't. So I'm like, well, then all this other noise you're hearing is just noise that you don't even believe in. Find those that you want to be like, okay, and listen to them. And what works for them that fits your style, incorporate. Like example, myself. I considered mentors over the years, Brian Shannon, JC Parrott, all right, and Barry from Trade Ideas. Those 3 have a major influence on how I trade. On the emotional side, meaning the mental trading coaching side, it's Dr. Brett Steenbergen, okay, way back when. You know, although, you know, I have relationships now with Jared Tendler, Kim Ann Curtin, but I'm talking about when I started and my foundation was built, all right, I use from each of them what worked for me to form my own style. And all of you should be doing the same. So I don't understand, well, there's too much noise. Well, first of all, you shouldn't be listening to folks that are just randomly posting that have 2 months worth of experience in trading and giving their ideas because they think they found the holy grail. Okay. You know, that I blame you for listening to folks like that. We encourage folks to post and they should post. Don't get me wrong, but understand who you're listening to. All right. So that idea that most ideas seem like good ideas that leads to overprogramming and burnout. Okay. It's because you're listening to too many ideas. And that's what you're getting burnt out at. And when I have an opportunity to speak with folks like that, they're like, oh, okay, because they'll be like, well, I do really learn in the rooms. I really do learn from different individuals. I do learn in the videos, you know, you all post. So I do want to be a part of the room. I never looked at it that way. So I just wanted to share that also. And the other thing, because we're talking about, you know, folks that protect what is versus what can be, don't ever let good be the enemy of great. And that's from the book, It's a great business we'll call Good to Great. And it's a story about companies from 50 years ago that were great, and only a handful of them are still around today. And most of the reason for what they were good companies that protected that good and never grew to be great. So don't let good, don't be a good trader, be a great trader. So don't let good be the enemy of great. And that not only includes yourself, but includes those, okay, who you are trying to model after, and those who are your peers in your network. So you network with peers that are at the same place in your trading journey or life journey or business journey, all right, that want to be great. Don't surround yourself with people that just want to be good. I see it in the room. Oh, if I could just make $100 a day, and 100 times 5 days a week is $500. I'll make X amount of dollars a year. Well, whew, you know, first off, you know, that's an idea, not a vision. All right. And we want vision and not ideas. All right. I have yet to know a person that does that, has done it over a year. Because let's face it, if you can make $100 trading, why wouldn't you want to make 200, 300 and grow from there? Okay. You know, if you get to the point where you're making good money at trading and you want to scale back, that's totally up to you. But don't surround yourself with a person that's saying, I don't want to make $1,000 a month. I only want to make 100. Surround yourself with people like yourself that are seeking greatness. All right. What else? Faith. I told you it was part of a leadership class I went to in church. So I'm going to have to throw some biblical references here to you. Faith without works is dead. I think probably everyone's heard that. It's from the book of James. Faith without works is dead. And that is so true when it comes to trading. Okay. Faith, meaning, I'm going to make it as a trader. Nothing's going to stop me as a trader. I'm going to do this, this, and this. Okay. Without the work, without a defined vision and path. Okay. Without taking the necessary steps, without learning a foundation of proper habits, creating a playbook, and everything all these other videos I've done have suggested, and others have done beside myself, have suggested, all right, without doing the actual work, your faith is dead. You stand no chance. And how do you know if you have weak faith in your trading? Just look at your actions. Can your actions give conviction that you have faith? Can you actions that you are taking, which includes your mindset, okay, of a growth mindset over a fixed mindset, over abundance, over scarcity, does your mindset convict you that, yeah, I have the right faith? The actions I am taking, okay, my faith is real. I'm going to make it as a trader because, okay, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, okay, and I'm going to make it as a trader. If you can answer that question, or you're coming from developing bad habits, you're exiting trades because you're afraid and you don't want the pain of a losing trade or a pain of giving back, and you're developing all these bad habits new traders have, and they think they're protecting themselves, you know, but they're only eventually just prolonging when they blow up and leave trading for good, because the pain is too much than going through what it takes to succeed. That's not faith. You don't have faith that you're going to be a trader, no matter what your words say. Okay. Now, you don't always have to be right, right? Trading is not about being right. All right. Trading is about probabilities, right? But we need to be moving in the right direction. So what does that mean? We're not always going to be right, but we need to be moving in the right direction. It means just because you had 3 weeks of great trading and you did everything right, and you had one bad day because, yeah, you blew up, you did something really stupid and you pissed at yourself, but you understand now you have a solution going forward. Don't let that one day derail you, okay? You're still on that path, okay? Relapse is very, very common in trading. Dr. Brent Steenbergen stated that, and I've shared this in a prior video. Just make sure your relapses are getting further and further and further apart in your trading journey. That's progress. It doesn't mean you'll never have them again. It doesn't mean you'll never move your stop and take a big losses. That happens to me sometimes, okay? All right. but it happens so infrequently. So as they get further and further apart, don't beat yourself up when you screw up. Okay. In fact, pat yourself on the back because you're making progress, because the last time that happened was so long ago compared to it used to happen weekly to you. All right. And remember also that patience is not passive, but patience is timely, right? We hear, oh, sit on your hands, sit on your hands, sit on your hands. Patience, patience, patience. Patience is not being passive. Patience is being timely. Patient just means you're like that tiger sitting in the weeds, just stalking its prey. In this case, stalking your setup that you like, your A+ setups. And then when your A+ setup appears, like that tiger, you are going to pounce, and you are going to pounce hard, okay, on your prey or that setup, all right, to capitalize on it, to feed you, so to speak. So patience, don't confuse patience for being passive, but patience is timely. Write that down too. All right. And you got to have a willingness to fall short. I see that in the room. People will do whatever it takes not to try new things or try not to fail. You have to be willing to fail. I see people saying, I know I must be doing good. I had 90% winning rate on my trades this month. Well, first off, congratulations. 90%, the best traders in the world that have been doing it for many, many years don't have a 90% win rate. Okay, retail traders. All right, so congratulations, you're doing great. Mike Bellafiore, I think it was, or someone, maybe it wasn't Mike, told me way back when I said something similar, that I had a great month win percentage wise. He's like, well, if you got a win percentage of 90%, you're not trying hard enough. You're not pushing yourself as a trader further enough. No one should have a 90% win rate. Okay. I question what your risk versus reward, your profit factor are on those trades. The whole point of what I'm saying is be willing to fail, be willing to grow, be willing to have some of that pain. Okay. Because the size of being right eventually will be greater than all your wrongs. So the size of your trade, the size of whatever you're doing, okay, when you are right, is going to be so much greater than the wrongs. And the only way you get there is by pushing the limits, okay? And then the next question with trading, what can you be the best at? And it doesn't have to be trading. It could be life. What are you good at? Look, but we're talking trading, so let's talk trading. What can you be good at? What are you comfortable doing that can make you money, that you know successful long-time traders are doing, that can make you money? All right. And let me preface that. Why do I keep saying long-term successful traders? Anyone can scalp one micro for a month, or 2 or 3, or maybe a year and be successful. No one is going to make a full-time living trading year after year after year scalping one micro. So don't, just because you're good at scalping one micro, don't say, well, that's what I'm best at. Yes, you might be very good. And I'm just using scalping one micro. It could be same thing over on the equity side. All right. So don't get me wrong. But become the best at something you're comfortable with that can mimic what other long-time traders are doing, and find that and do more of that. You know, and sometimes to get to that level, we have to give up what we love to do what we love even more in trading. So let's say you love going long stocks. Okay. You absolutely love going long stocks, junk stocks, right? These pump and dumps, right? In a bull market, you got it all figured out. You're doing well. You're making money. You love doing it, and you may be good at it. But now all of a sudden a bear market comes. Those pump and dump setups are not working for you. Okay. But you're going to have to, at some point in time, realize you're going to have to give up what you love to possibly do something you love even more. And let's say in a bear market, if you're an equities trader, that was shorting for amazing profits on earnings plays that are negative. And I'm just using that as an example. Okay. Then the example is this: just because you love something, you might, in trading, if you're open to it, find something you love even more, that you're better at, more successful at. Okay. And that's something that you can make a long-term living doing. All right, that you'll love more. So don't be afraid to give up something for something even better. And understand there'll be pain along the way, because nothing worth having comes easy. Okay. You know, we talked about action and we talked about having that compassion, and it's just worth repeating it again. If you don't have compassion for trading, and I tell this to folks, you have to leave. I mean, you don't have to leave. I mean, the point, what I'm saying is, it's going to be very hard to have a long career in something that you're not passionate in. So I wanted to repeat that. Compassion must be followed up with action. Just because you're passionate about it and you love it, what's your action? I see people say, I absolutely am so passionate about trading. I love reading Tony Duff's book, The Buy Side. I love, well, let's stay on Tony Duff's Buy Side. Tony Duff and I, you know, he's been on a podcast a few times, but we've chatted. We share a common interest now, and that's, I'm sober for 17 years. Tony's sober now for 13 years, I believe. For all the excitement you might like reading Tony Duff's book, or watching The Wolf of Wall Street, or all these wild stories, every one of them has pain, and every one, okay, tends to change their lives in the process. The point of what I'm getting at, loving The Wolf of Wall Street, loving Tony Duff's buy-side book because the wild cocaine and hooker stories, okay? It's fun, it's entertainment. It's not compassion for trading. Because to have compassion for trading, you got to follow up with action. So what are you going to follow up on action? Are you going to go out there and start doing cocaine off a hooker's ass? Okay, excuse my language. I mean, that's the only action you're going to do, following up, watching it. So that's entertainment. That's not passion. If you have passion for trading, you have to follow it up with action. So what action are you going to take? That will tell you if it's real passion or not. I have passion for learning how to short, might be something. I am going to learn everything I need to do in a bear market so I can make money shorting while waiting for this bull market that will come back eventually, because it always does. All right. Just look at the 100-year Dow chart. Okay. It's pretty much goes up, trends up. All right. So have that compassion, but the compassion must be followed up with action. All right. And then, you know, I don't know how to say this. If you don't change, you're not going to last in trading. You don't have to go too far. Just look at all the floor traders. Hardly any of them, there's some around, but hardly any of them are successful traders now. They're just not. All right. And you're talking about learning the digital age. You're learning algorithms. You're learning how the market operates. You're learning how these algorithms are correlated between different asset classes. You know, how an algorithm could be tied into what the US dollar is doing versus treasury market. Algorithms that are teaching algorithms, okay, different levels to find and to locate. All right. If you are not constantly changing, I had to change in this bear market to continue making money, because all I knew was a bull market. You know, the past, 11 years. All right. If you don't change and you don't adapt, you will die as a trader. Okay. It's that simple. Things are different now. And that's why you see these large banks not hiring traditional traders. They go to Ivy League colleges to hire financial engineers, not traders. These financial engineers then are coded machine learning algorithms who think and create. Okay, so it's not just a human programming a machine, it's a machine programming machine based on the expected value of taking certain actions in the market. And that's why you see these markets fluctuating so much. So we as retail traders have got to adapt to that. So that's the key. We have to adapt to a bear market, to new playbook ideas, new if-then statements, right? Because if you don't change, you won't last. And that just goes to life. The arrogance of success, and you see this with folks, right? Living in the past. The arrogance of success is to think what you did yesterday will be sufficient tomorrow. So how arrogant am I, me, Steve, to think that the success that I might have today in the past, 8, 9 years, okay, what I did today or what I did yesterday, the arrogance of success of what I did yesterday will be sufficient for tomorrow. It won't. If I don't have the compassion, if I don't take the actions, if I don't surround myself with like-minded individuals, if I don't keep doing everything daily, one day at a time, that got me to this point, how arrogant is it of me to think what I do tomorrow, okay, will automatically be success for me? So be leery of that. Be leery of anyone that thinks that they have arrived, especially those, okay, who have arrived and feel they don't need to do the continued work going forward. Okay, and when you're ready for change, you're ready for growth. I don't know how else to put that. When you're ready for change, you're ready for growth. So my question to everyone here, and I know this is going way too long, so you're ready for change. So before you quit trading, you leave the trading room, re-listen to what I said, take notes. There's some decent bullet points I went through. A lot of this is not my opinion. A lot of this is what I shared with you is from research from that leadership class. A lot of it is from my experience dealing with some of the best traders in the world to this day. So re-listen to it. Be ready to change. Make today be the day. You know, you don't suck as a trader. Maybe the setup you're using in a bear market that's choppy and going sideways today, maybe that setup sucks. But you personally, if you're willing to do what I just discussed, I don't think you suck. I think you're on the right path. And recommit yourself and you surround yourself with the winners. And always ask yourself before you post in a room, before words come out of your mouth to another trader, your family, anyone in life, co-workers at your job, if you work, always ask yourself, is this a growth mindset I'm sharing or a fixed mindset? Because if it's a fixed mindset, someone like Steve, I don't want to be around you. A growth mindset, I don't care how many times you fail. If you have a growth mindset, you inspire me. I can learn from you. Okay. That's who I want to be around. Growth mindset people, because I know that growth mindset people are going to lead me to success. Growth minded people are going to take me to the next level, whatever that may be. And it doesn't matter if the person's trading 20, 30 years. I'm talking about just the attitude of a growth mindset. That could be someone just one day that's just very growth oriented and understands what that means versus a fixed mindset that's very scarcity limited. So with that, I'm going to end it. I don't know. I probably went on too much. I don't know if some of you got anything out of it, but to be honest with you, I got a lot out of it. If one person got something out of what I just shared, and you're going to stay with us and not quit and not leave the room or not quit or leave trading and actually make a career out of this and become successful at doing it, all I ask is you just pass along. You know, what you freely were giving, what I was freely given, just freely share with other people, because that helps you. For as much as sometimes people thank me for helping them in the rooms, what they don't realize is they're making me a better person and a better trader, but more so a better person for allowing me the opportunity to help them. And the same can be said of you. When you help somebody, you're going to pass along what you've learned that's been successful for you. You're going to realize that that's doing more for you than it does to them. So I'll leave it at that. God bless everyone. Have a great day.